Hey, it's Angelo Caruso. I'm trying to find some shade here in Palm Springs. Not an easy task, by the way. I just finished speaking to 650 people at a leadership conference in Seattle, down in Palm Springs to relax a little bit, and thinking about some of the biggest problems speakers and presenters have when they're trying to be effective in front of the room. One of the questions I get most often on airplanes and buffet lines, on coaching calls is, how do I stop saying the when I'm speaking? Well, the good news is you've already gotten 80% there because you're aware that you say it too often. Awareness is 80% of the battle when you're trying to do away with ums, or what's called in the business filler words. So we do filler words for various reasons. One of them is that we are searching for something to say. We don't know our content well enough, and because we want to keep that flow, we want to keep that illusion of verbiage, we'll create nonsense syllables to hold their attention, fill that space, and therefore trick people into thinking that we're more authoritative. But it actually works the opposite way. When you say too often, it makes people think that you're fumbling, or that you don't know your content, or you're unsure of yourself, or that you're just not that quick mentally. None of those things need to be true, but if you say a lot, that's the kind of effect that it has with audiences. So first step is to become aware of how often you're doing it. Secondly, understand that they're used as filler words. If you use your content and know your content that much better, there would be less need for filler words and the syllable So know your content better. The second thing that you need to be aware of is that when you pause for effect, like I just did, twice, without saying the word it actually creates power in your speech. When you pause for effect and the audience then stops hearing your voice, they start to zoom in auditorially. They start to zoom in waiting for the next thing. I'll try it again with you. Watch how you zoom in on me when I stop talking and then finish what I was going to say. So you create this vacuum, this auditory vacuum, by pausing and not saying which allows you to become that much stronger in the very next sentence, the very next phrase. It's counterintuitive, but it absolutely works. So the pregnant pause instead of the is a good way to go. And then finally, there's this idea that we're more animated if we're always emoting, if we're always moving, if we're walking back and forth on the platform, addressing all four corners of the room like a tennis match. It's the same thing when you're talking all the time, always emoting, that it's just more noise, it's more things for the audience to have to filter through. So these are my best techniques for avoiding when presenting in front of the room. I hope this is helpful. I offer other speaking tips on the Present Like a Pro group on Facebook. And if you're really serious about improving this, if your presentations are really important to you, consider doing a breakthrough call that's complimentary, no charge, and I'll get you pointed in the right direction, make sure that you're on the right path to always being in control in the front of the room and always helping people to the max. Thanks very much. Aloha from Palm Springs. That didn't sound right at all. See you later.